Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of This Is My Voice. This is your host, Lortier, and today we will be talking about struggles. Now, I just finished doing a recording for my writing community where I was asked to discuss one of the struggles that I have had and overcome and share it with the community via Instagram. And what I talked about was being a people pleaser. Like I said, anyone who used to know me knew me as that. I was the helper, the people pleaser. Yeah, mind you, I'm using air quotes right now. I used to be one of those people who would do things for others because it was within my means. But it wasn't only that. It also had to do with the fact that I felt if I said no, then they would feel bad. But then again, thinking back on that, I'm wondering, what about me? But I don't want to do this thing. Why do I have to relegate myself to do something I'm uncomfortable doing just because I don't want you to feel bad? And I kept wondering how many other people out there feel the same way, like doing things that they don't want to do because they can't bring themselves to say no to hurt the person who's asking. I used to be like that. Regardless of whether I ate into my time, regardless of whether I wanted to do it, I just did it because and then I gave myself my silly excuse was it's a simple thing anyway. It's a small thing, right? But what? It takes small things to make a big thing, doesn't it? But over time, you learn that people will keep using you if you keep making yourself available to be used. I learned that the hard way. But I kept doing it anyway. And I learned it some more, but I still kept doing it. And, after a while, I just broke away from it. I was done. There's always that last straw that happens and you go like, are you kidding me? You know what? Screw this. And right now, if there's nothing in it for me, if it benefits you 51% more than it benefits me, I will not do it. Honestly. Because when you ask me to do something, I sit down, okay, if it's 50-50, good, fair enough. I'm doing something which you would benefit from and which I would benefit from. But it's got to be split 50-50. I can't slave and then you reap the benefits. And at the end of the day or somewhere down the line, you say, well, what did you even do anyway? That just, drives me crazy. So right now, I actually have to weigh the pros and cons of what you're asking me to do, as opposed to then being, but if I say no, you're going to feel bad. I don't care how you feel right now. I'm taking into account that you're requesting for my time and my expertise to do something. So are you willing to pay me? Do you want it for free? What's in it for you? What's in it for me? The certain factors that play into it right now. And I think it comes from years and years and years of the abuse of people using you because they feel you won't be able to do anything about it. People are users. People are users. Once you realize that the reason most people call themselves your friends is because they know they can get you to do things for them that they would not ordinarily get for free, but they will get it for free from you. And you would do it because you consider yourselves friends. Once they realize you're a pushover, you're a people pleaser, you can do it. I'll just ask Laura. That's when something snaps. Believe me. If you're like, oh, really? You just ask me. So I think snapping out of that bubble of people pleaser comes from the realization that people are users, and unless you stop it, they will continue to use you until they use you up. That realization that they are ingrates, and even at the end of the day, after taking your time to do something for them, they're still going to make it seem like you did nothing at all. That realization is enough. Is all you need to snap out of it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of try and error. It takes a lot of trying and then, chickening out. But it takes a lot and you will get there. It takes a lot to get to the point where you go, sorry, I'm not going to do this, Tracy. They'll be like, oh, why? I am not going to do it, period. If you want to keep talking about this, I'm going to leave. It takes a lot to really assert yourself, to really say your no, and to really stick with it. But once you learn how to do it, believe me, it's smooth sailing from there on. Things just get brighter, the birds sing, chef or whatever. But what you really need to do first is realize the truth, the absolute truth, that people will keep using you if you keep making yourself available to be used. They don't care. They are users. People are ungrateful. That which you do for them with time that you could have used to do something else, they will not appreciate it later on. Once you realize that, you start to slowly break away from it. Anyway, that is my 2 cents on this. I would love to hear what you have to say, so send in those responses. And until next time, this is Laura Tier, and this is my voice. You know, man.